Tastes like what on a song. You don't have to say that. And it sounds just like beans.
Try making faces, try telling jokes, making little sounds. Well, look who's inside again.
Went out to look for a reason to hide again.
Listen, I have to do things the same exact way every single day, and if I don't, I will fall into a depressive episode and not be able to function. That's cool, but if I don't get something new and exciting and super stimulating every single day and constantly have novelty and things changing, I will explode. It sounds like we have a conflict of interest. So what's gonna happen? What are we gonna do about it? Depression nap.
Can I go to the bathroom? This is like your third time, are you okay? Oh no, I haven't actually been going to the bathroom. I just need a break to walk around. Why? Because my prefrontal cortex runs on Windows XP, and I forgot to take my free trial of Windows 10 today. Oh, like you have an old generation CPU and you just need a minute for it to cool down so your computer doesn't crash? You get it, yeah? Alright, yeah, go take a walk and refuel that gas tank. Hey, Teach. Yeah, what's up? Thank you for believing me. Wow, of course. What did I do? They hate me. Oh, they don't want to be friends anymore.
Do you actually like that thing, or were you just constantly ridiculed and invalidated for your special interests by people around you as a kid who didn't understand your neurodivergency, and now you've become a people pleaser who constantly doubts your own intuition, and your entire personality is just an amalgamation of all the times you morphed yourself to like the stuff that the people around you liked so you could fit in better? I forgot cereal.
But you don't look gay. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just...
These rich niggas throwing paper. Now it's time for the circulate. It's time for the circulate. It's time for the circulate. I'ma shake my mama game. I'ma shake my money, baby. It's time for the circulator. It's time for the circulator.
I have one thing to say. You better work, bitch.
My caterpillar never turned into a butterfly. That's a cheetah. Oh.
Okay, here's some weird ways that ADHD is self-care. I don't have energy to act it out, so someone duet this, show them what it looks like. Number 1, you sit in your car. You drive, you get to a destination, and then you just sit there, you sit in your car for as long as you want. Number 2, you get out of the shower, and you're still in your towel, and then you sit there in your towel for as long as you want. Just sit there. Number 3 is you lay on the floor, and then you just lay there for as long as you want. Number 4 is you go up to the refrigerator and you open it and you look inside and you stare at it for as long as you need to, and then you close the refrigerator and you walk away. Let yourself do these things. Don't rush yourself. Don't judge yourself. Just embrace the ADHD.
You know, something that really annoys us about having ADHD is that sometimes when there's a problem and it's like keeping you from being able to do something, you don't realize what the solution is until you like solve it by accident. Or sometimes you don't even realize that there was a problem to begin with until you solve it by accident. And sometimes the solution to the problem has absolutely nothing to do with the problem. Or sometimes it does, but they're so far apart from each other that you don't see the connection until you like explain yourself through the process. I've also realized that a lot of times when my brain is fighting against like allowing me to do something, it's because it subconsciously knows that there's a much easier or like somehow less tedious way to be doing something, but it won't tell me what that something is. So it's like, hey, there's a problem, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. Blink, blink, blink. Well, how am I supposed to solve it if you don't tell me what it is? I don't know. Figure it out.
ADHD check. Do you ever go grocery shopping and then you come home and you unload your groceries and you put them where they're supposed to be because you're gonna be a good person this time, and then as soon as they're out of eyesight you suddenly forgot everything that you just bought, and then you go get a snack and you're like, I swear to God there's no food, but I know there's food because I was just at the store. I remember that much. And then you have to go dig your receipt out of the trash like some kind of concussed raccoon, and you're like, I still don't even know what some of the codes for these things are, but I was just there. I was just at the store. How do I not? Anyway, word of advice, keep your receipt on your fridge until you go grocery shopping for the next time so you can skim it and hopefully get some kind of an idea of what you bought last time when you were in the store and everything was just a blur. It may just save that produce from sitting in the back of your fridge for 2 weeks. Oh, I bought a fucking cucumber. Oh my god, I need to...
We've known for a while that ADHD is often accompanied by anxiety, depression, or both. And I think I just realized one of the reasons why. So imagine that you're doing something that you feel is important, when all of a sudden you think of something else that's actually much more important that you should be doing. So you stop doing that first thing and start doing that second thing, but after doing that for a little while, you think of something even more important that you should be doing. So you stop doing that and start doing that third thing. Now this goes on for a couple years, and eventually you realize that no matter what you're doing, you're always going to feel like you should be doing something else. So the only way to ever get anything done is to disregard that feeling and just try to finish what it is that you're already doing. But then that begs the question, what if there really is something else that you should be doing? How would you know? So if you see an ADHD person doing a thing, they're very likely wondering whether or not that other thing that they think they should be doing is actually something they should be doing, or if it's just their ADHD getting the better of them. It's exhausting. And terrifying, frankly. But if this happens to you, you're not alone. So follow me if you want to hear more about this kind of stuff.
ADHD and eating habits. For people with ADHD, eating can be more complicated than you'd think. A number of ADHD symptoms can contribute to disordered eating. The most common eating disorder seen in people with ADHD is BED, also known as binge eating. And this happens for a number of reasons. Executive dysfunction and trouble self-regulating means it's harder to think long-term and plan out meal times. Impulsivity and the search for dopamine means more snacking throughout the day. And emotional dysregulation means people with ADHD are more likely to become bored, stressed out, or depressed and eat their emotions as a result. This can mean more leaning towards unhealthy snacks and fast food over planned, cooked meals, which can cause poor nutrition and weight gain. In fact, a 2005 study found that ADHD was 5 to 10 times more common in women who were overweight. However, for some people, their ADHD means they're often too forgetful or distracted to remember to eat properly at all.
Hey, other people with ADHD. Do you ever feel the hyperfixation coming on? Like today, I pulled my bike out of the garage, and I haven't touched it in a while. And like as soon as I took it out of the garage, I could just sense it. I started cleaning it off and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go for a bike ride every day. I'm gonna make this a new habit. I'll be so healthy. Then I started to notice the stuff that was wrong with my bike and I was like, oh, I'm gonna fix this and this and this. Now, here I am, looking at new bikes. Trying not to order a new bike. Y'all, I literally took it out less than like 5 hours ago. It's taken me that long to be like, yes, bike riding is my new hobby. I cannot afford to buy a new bike right now. Someone tell me no. Tell me no, because I can't.
Oh, my child is just acting out and behaving this way for attention. Then give it some attention, Carol. It's a child. God.
If you love somebody with ADHD or another neurodivergency and you often have trouble communicating, I have a pro tip for you. It's gonna sound silly, but hear me out. Establish a secret code word or gesture or both for the following 3 things. Number 1, I have an immediate thought in my head and I need to say it as soon as you're done talking. Number 2, I'm overwhelmed or I'm overstimulated and I need assistance with that in some way. Number 3, I am paralyzed by indecision and I really need you to make a choice on this. And yeah, you could just say all that. But a secret code word is awesome because not only does it give you a shorthand to communicate with your partners with, but it also reminds you of the intimacy that you share together. So even in the middle of something like a tough fight or an argument, a secret code word helps you remember that you share a bond and an understanding with each other. And that's a nice feeling. Also, pro tip, you can use a code word for literally anything that you struggle with. And if it doesn't work for you, that's okay too. But now I want to know, what are your secret code words?
CEO, entrepreneur, born in 1964, Jeffrey Bezos. CEO, entrepreneur, born in 1964, Jeffrey Bezos. Come on, Jeffrey, you can do it. Pave the way, put your back into it. Tell us why, show us how. Look at where you came from, look at you now. Zuckerberg and Gates and Buffett, amateurs can fucking suck it. Fuck their wives, drink their blood. Come on, Jeff, get 'em!
Hey, best friend. Wait, don't scroll, I'm on my way. Hi, I want to talk to you really quick. Be proud of how you've been handling these past few months. The silent battles that you've fought, the tears you've wiped. Pat yourself on the back. Celebrate your strength. You are amazing.
Is this obvious thirst trap